Good morning, good evening, namaste. Welcome to Data Science course Introduction to Machine Learning 103. Today we will discuss more about introduction to machine learning and we will explore some important and beautiful world of machine learning and its applications in various domains. I am Poornachand Kalyampudi. I have more than 12.6 years of experience in data science and data analytics. Today I would love to take you to the world of machine learning. So what exactly machine learning is all about? Okay, so before starting it, we will set an agenda for this particular meeting, and in this tutorial or in this training video, we will begin with discussing some fundamentals of machine learning, and then we will get into the different types of machine learning algorithms, and we will explore some real-time applications. And after this, we are going to look into different types of machine learning algorithms in detail by coding them in further videos. So having said that, we are going to understand where exactly these machine learning algorithms are to be used and how exactly we are going to implement them and what kind of challenges we are going to face for each and individual machine learning algorithms by understanding their limitations. Okay, so we will go to the standard definition of machine learning. What is machine learning? This is a machine and learning, right? So it is just one of the subset I can say of my artificial intelligence side. We are seeing so many AIs. We tend to see different chat GPTs or different artificial intelligence based applications, so on and so forth in our day-to-day life. Okay, for all these things, the basis is machine learning. So it is like machine learns what exactly you are going to do or what you say machine is going to do. It is nothing but computers learn from their experience based on whatever we build in that as part of our machine learning algorithms. Okay, so how you should learn to identify objects at looking some pictures. For example, you see a small picture in front of your machine and laptop, and you will think that, oh, this is a paper, or this is some picture which depicts your old self, so on and so forth. So that is information passed to your brain, and you tend to see, understand that as a logic in your brain. Okay, so as formal definition says, so machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that enables computers to learn from data without being explicitly programmed. So now we have to understand what are the types of machine learning algorithms. So we have classified these machine learning algorithms into three major types: one, supervised learning, and then unsupervised learning, and in the end, reinforcement learning. So you see, you identify the statement, the word itself, supervised learning. So it is nothing but learning from a labeled data. So we already understood about data types, what types of data are available in our day-to-day life in the previous session. So what kind of data are is being termed as supervised or labeled data? It is we have, let's say, how many cars are in the previous session only we understood about gathering the data or collecting the data by understanding of a scenario where you go to a specific area or traffic signal, and you will see how many number of cars are being passed at that particular point of time. So you label it is as number of vehicles, right? And again, so on and so forth, like for every data point you are going to label it. And what the supervised learning will do is to create a machine learning algorithm which learns to map input data to known output variables. Okay, what to do we will be knowing well ahead. Based on that, we are going to use our input variables to come to an output as a conclusion. For example, simple example, these days we are seeing it as everywhere. Wherever you search in net, you will tend to see a classic example of predicting whether the email you receive as a spam or not. You may wonder how we are going to predict that. We are going to see in the further sessions. Okay, so next we will talk about unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning, we have this is simple, just extending whatever we have learned as a supervised learning. It is nothing but this algorithm learns from the unlabeled data to find patterns or trends or structures to a specific example or to a specific data which we have in our system. Okay, the classic example over here is clustering. When I said clustering, grouping a similar set of users or purchasers or users based on their purchasing behavior. I gave you an example in the previous session where we goes to a market or a dukan or a shop where the shopkeeper has all these ideas of classifying the users, whether these set of users buy Rexona soap, or these set of users buy more tea, or these users buy more dal, so on and so forth. So the grouping of these particular scenarios is nothing but un creating an algorithm using unsupervised learning. And the third one is reinforcement learning. Reinforcement, again, the English word itself says we have to learn and evolve, and then by interacting with an agent, or we can say self. So, for example, take an example of computers. We have we have different games like chess or Go, where the computer also learns on its own the next strategies and steps by playing with each with him or herself, the computer with itself, whereas it trains based on the games which usually being played between computer and the human. For example, another example, teaching a robot to navigate a maze. So a maze runner, maze will be there, right? How the maze goes. So if the maze goes like this, then if there is a roadblock, then don't go. If there is no roadblock, then go. Then try and go till you reach the end of this particular maze. In between, there are several types where whether this robot has to turn left or right, but in the end, it will learn based on the previous inputs continuously, and it will reach the end. Okay, this is we talk about. This is what the types of machine learning algorithms which we are going to see in detail in the further following lectures. Okay. Then we talk about, so that is what supervised learning, which I explained, learning with labeled data, where the algorithm learns to map input data to known output labels. So examples I told about how we are going to work on the classification as well as regression. So you must be knowing about these words: regression analysis, classification techniques, models created based on classification and regression, linear regression, multinomial regression, so on and so forth. So I gave an example called spam detection. Classifying whether the email is a spam or not is an example of supervised learning, because you know the outcome what we are going to do based on the label. And again, house price prediction. So you will have you will have an output variable, you have further input variables. Based on that, you are going to predict the house price in the future. So that is another example of regression. So these are all comes under supervised learning. Then when it goes to unsupervised learning, again similarly, what how we have understood about supervised learning, this unsupervised learning is based on unlabeled data, and it itself look into the data and tries to create some patterns and structures in that particular data to get to a specific application. Then examples, we have clustering, and in clustering we have customer segmentation. I told I gave an example of shopkeeper, where you will be shopkeeper will be clustering it into different or grouping into the users in different types of segmentation. Another example is dimensionality reduction. Example, principal component analysis. If you recall or remember in the first session, I gave you an example of how vast, huge number of variables, and from there how much we need to reduce it to come to a specific conclusion, to see that whether these are the useful variable or not. So this is the application which we are going to do for those kind of analysis, which is principal component analysis. Okay. And the third one is reinforcement learning. Like I said earlier, it will learn through interaction with an environment to achieve a specific goal. And in terms of you will receive feedback in forms of rewards and penalties, because so take an example of maze as I explained earlier, it will go straight, and if it is goes down instead of up, it will end at a specific junction. It has to come back and it has to take another route, and in the end, by doing all these combinations of going here to there, and finally it reaches the end goal. So these are the types of three machine learning algorithms: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Applications of these machine learning algorithms, I have given 4 or 5 examples over here: healthcare, disease diagnosis, drug discovery, so on and so forth; finance, fraud detection, stock market prediction. You will be seeing these kind of things: detection, prediction, right? Clustering, or segmentation, create trying to see the trend of it. Okay. Who will be the potential customer, predicting a product potential customer for your website, so on and so forth. So all these things will come under as part of applications of machine learning algorithm. So we will see, and going forward we are going to use a specific set of key concepts and terminologies, sorry, these are those things. So I say this is the feature we are going to predict, or this is the label we have used for our particular machine learning algorithm. We've used the words called model, training the data, testing the data, evaluation metrics, so on and so forth. So these are the jargons we you are going to use going forward. And by looking into this particular slide, you can understand what exactly feature means, what exactly label means, and what do you mean by the model, how a model is being created, then how we are going to improvise or improve the models characteristics and models efficiency by training more and testing it, and then how to evaluate the model by using several metrics. We have precision, accuracy, recall, so on and so forth. By looking into those metrics and values we receive from there, we are going to say this is more accurate and a model with highly improved output in the future. So we are going to discuss all these things in the next following sessions. Keep watching. So what are your next steps? Again, currently we are at understanding. We yesterday in the second session we understood about math behind the concepts. I explained you about the statistics, and then we started understanding machine learning fundamentals by understanding what types of machine learning algorithms are there, how we are going to improve machine learning algorithms by using these types of algorithms to improve your business decisions. Because simply saying data-driven decisions, and then how best you can go further. So after that, after identifying, we will see data pre-processing and visualization techniques, and then familiarity with big data tools and technologies. In the end, we are going to work on real-world problems. Okay. So where to follow? Data Weather LinkedIn page and my website poornachand.kalyampudi.com. For any comments, for any questions, please feel free to post in the chat, and I will love to reply you back as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Have a great day.